Welcome to Lesson 1 Continued on Rotational Symmetry. In this video, we will be rotating shapes. Now, rotation can be clockwise or counterclockwise and can be expressed as a degree or a fraction. And we will be rotating shapes in multiples of 90. 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. Now, a 90-degree rotation is the same as a quarter turn. 180 degrees is the same as a half turn. And 270 degrees is a 3/4 turn. In example 1, we're going to rotate the figure 90 degrees counterclockwise about the point indicated. So we're going to get some tracing paper to trace the shape on. Now I'll highlight the point at which it's being rotated around. I also notice that a couple of blocks here are shaded. So now, since we're rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise, we're going to go in this direction. So now I'm going to create little crosshairs, like little axes, where we're going to rotate around, so I know when I actually went 90 degrees. So placing my pencil at the point, I will rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Now, just to show you what a 180-degree rotation would look like, we would have this, and here is a 270. And of course, all the way back around again is a 360-degree turn. So now back to our 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. We can now get a marker and highlight each vertex, and then we can connect the points, remembering that these two blocks here are shaded. So now I will connect the points, and we have our rotation. Now, if you rotate a figure around a vertex, you can create a new shape that has rotational symmetry. So now that we know how to find the angle of rotational symmetry and rotate using tracing paper, we can create a shape that will have rotational symmetry. So in example 2, we're going to use a rotational symmetry of order 4 to create a new shape around the point indicated. So now I'll trace the triangle onto the paper. Now I need to find the angle. Since the order of rotational symmetry is 4, that means the angle of rotational symmetry is going to be 360 degrees divided by 4, which is 90 degrees. So once again, I will use these crosshairs to help me do my rotation. So now I'll start by rotating this 90 degrees counterclockwise. I can go in any direction as long as we rotate it 4 times 90 degrees, no matter which direction we go in. So now I will join these up to form a triangle. Starting back at the beginning again. Here's my 90. So now I'll do my 180. Join them up. And now I can go 270 degrees counterclockwise, or I can just go 90 clockwise. Like this. So that corresponds to these 2 points here. So now this shape is going to have rotational symmetry of order 4. Now if you wanted to create a shape with an order rotational symmetry of 3, that would have an angle of rotational symmetry of 120 degrees, for example, then you can't use the crosshairs like we used in the last view example. You would have to use a protractor to measure out 120 degrees and use this sort of shape. But we are going to stick to multiples of 90.